Hello, YouTube. My name is Matt, and I play games. And today, I want to talk about 5 games that caused me a lot of stress. Most of these, I thought going into them were brainless and stress-free things because that's what I'd been told. And I was wrong, or their version of easy is way different than my version of easy, but they were super frustrating. One of them I still don't have the platinum for. I've rage quit that hard, but I'm including it on this list because the whole point is this should be easy, but for one reason or another, it's not. So while I do like to keep things positive and I would prefer to look on the good things in life, it's not always a bed of roses in Casa Matt Plays Games. So, first one on the list, Freddy Spaghetti. I was told this was a brainless, easy 1 to 2 hour platinum, and I was going through some stuff when I played this game and I just needed the easy win. Feel free to judge me. It is not easy. It's like I Am Bread or other games where the, in quotes, fun is the fact that the controls don't work like they should. So it basically boils down to you flailing this piece of spaghetti around trying to get to your objective while avoiding taking damage or falling off of the face of the earth or whatever. And I hated it a lot. No part of it was fun. I called people yelling and screaming and cussing up a storm because this stupid game wouldn't let me do what I needed to do. And it asks you to do things that it is not capable of doing. So you just pray to the RNG gods that if you mash buttons enough, the game's physics engine will decide you did it and flip you over to the next ledge. And then you gotta hope that you can do it again and again and again. So for any of you absolute psychos that thought this was fun, let me know in the comments why you thought it was fun. Because it's sure not easy. Alright, moving on before I get my blood pressure up. 36 Fragments of Midnight. Another game that I was told was super simple, super fun, and just a good time for an easy platinum. And it is not. The levels to this game are randomly generated. You have to find 36 glowing orbs while avoiding dying. You have 1 hit, and should you take that hit, you lose all your progress. You start over in a new randomly generated world. There are trophies for getting 35 and then dying. There are trophies for speedrunning the level within, I believe it's 5 minutes. I'm not looking at it right now. And while the controls technically work, I found them to be either a touch sloppy or way too tight. Never quite at the same time, but always whichever one I didn't need. I could never rely on the controls to work when I needed them to. It was not fun. There's like a year gap in there where I didn't play it, and then I really wanted to just get it off of my list because someone said it was easy, so it's supposed to be easy, and I didn't need it mocking me. Number 3, Death's Door. Now this one, I will say, I knew going in had a hard trophy. The Umbrella Run, where you use the worst weapon in the game to complete the entire story. And I know they tell you to do it on your second playthrough, and I did not. So, I don't know if I created something worse for myself. I don't know if you got New Game Plus and you could keep the extra hit points and whatever else you got. I don't know. The game itself was great. I loved it. I would recommend it to people, especially if you're not going for the platinum. And for the most part, the game was fine, even with the Umbrella Challenge. But there were 3, maybe 4 bosses that just smoked me. And it took half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour of dying and trying again to get lucky enough to get through them. And that stressed me out. because even though I knew going in this is what it was, it felt so self-limiting. You have an arsenal full of things that could take them out, and you're like, nah, I'd rather just beat my head into this brick wall until I can get through with an umbrella. Yeah, like I said, caused me stress. I knew going in it was going to happen. Wonderful game. I loved everything about it other than that one trophy. But I knew going in I had to do it. It's by no means a Mein Leben run, but it's kind of like that. You knew going in you had to do it, and it wasn't going to be fun. So it's up to you to decide if you want to continue. Number 4, Maquette. Maquette shows up on a lot of people's certain number of platinums and a certain number of days challenges because it's a short, quick puzzle game. And if you follow a guide, you know exactly where you need to go and what you need to do the puzzle. So when I did mine, that's what I did. Didn't even bother to look into it. Just, oh, people do this. Let me do it. I would like to experience what they did. Well, there's speedrun trophies for every level. And the first 2 or 3 levels were fine and I could get it done. You're not given a timer, by the way. You have no idea if you beat the level by a minute or by a second or if you're over so you can restart. You just have to keep on going, make it to the end, and find out if you passed or failed. And then 3rd or 4th level in, you had to beat something. I believe it was 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and I tried it literally 8 times, and I failed each time. And one of them, I did run a timer, and my timer said it took me 4 minutes and 20 seconds, something like that. I beat it by about 10 seconds. But I failed, and I decided, screw this, I'm done. Well, then a YouTuber was going through and cleaning up his stuff, and I'm going to link to his site in my more in-depth video on this. To him specifically, he saved my bacon on this. He's the reason I have the platinum. But he pointed to a YouTuber called Cheetah Guides or Cheetah Run. I'll have the link to his place here. And he showed speedrunning tips and tricks that even a normal human like myself could do, except for one, but that's okay. It got me close enough that I could do it. And I just absolutely decimated these speedruns. Some of them took me 30 seconds, 40 seconds when I had 9 minutes. And it was fun at that point. But not knowing that these cheats, workarounds, whatever existed, super stressful game. I would not have it finished if it was not for the Cheetah Guides. So if you want to play this, know they exist. You can decide if you want to use them or not. And then last but not least, but it is least because I don't have the platinum for it, Concrete Genie. I was told that this was a fun, beautiful, introspective indie gem with a platinum trophy that is not hard to get. And I can't tell you if it's hard to get or not because I don't have it. I can tell you it is stressful. Why is it stressful? Because I'm stuck trying to clean up the last few collectibles. And I periodically check back in and try again, and then I go, oh yeah, this is why I don't like this, and I nope out. Kind of like me and Long John Silver's. About once a year I go, man, I really like their chicken planks. And I do. And I think, why haven't I gotten this in a year? And I order it, and I eat it, and I love it. And then my whole digestive system is messed up for 3 days, and I go, oh yeah, that's why. And I don't do it again for another year. Concrete Genie is the gaming version of Long John Silver's for me. I have promised myself I will get it one day, but I still don't because the collectibles are terrible and the mapping system sucks, and it's hard to get around to the places I need to get around to in order to finish graffitiing, that's a word now, whatever it is that I need to graffiti or create to get this stupid thing done. And I hate it. And if anyone wants to do it for me, I will let you, because I have no pride at this point. I just want it done. And it is causing me stress that it is not done, because this cute little child-friendly indie game is preventing me from completing it. And there you go. There's a list of 5 games I would recommend avoiding for your own sanity. Until next time, YouTube.